Thoughts and Meditations, page 336. December 27th, 1916. O my beloved Lord, my heart is bowed before Thee, my arms are stretched towards Thee, imploring Thee to set all this being on fire with Thy sublime love, that it may radiate from there on the world. My heart is wide open in my breast. My heart is open and turned towards Thee. It is open and empty, that Thou mayest fill it with Thy divine love. It is empty of all, but Thee and Thy presence fills it through and through, and yet leaves it empty, for it can contain all the infinite variety of the manifested world. O Lord, my arms are outstretched in supplication towards Thee. My heart is wide open before Thee, that Thou mayest make of it a reservoir of Thy infinite love. Love me in all things everywhere, and in all beings was Thy reply. I prostrate myself before Thee, and ask of Thee to give me that power. December 29th, 1916. O my sweet Lord, teach me to be the instrument of Thy love. December 30th, 1916. Why, O Lord, does my heart seem to be as cold and dry? I see my soul living deep within my being, and my soul sees Thee, recognizes Thee, and loves Thee in all things, in everything. That is, it is fully conscious of this, and the outer being is surrendered to it. It too is conscious. The mind knows and never forgets. The purified vital being no longer has any attractions and repulsions, and more does it taste of the joy of Thy presence in all things and always. But the heart seems to have fallen asleep in a slumber of exhaustion, and the soul no longer finds sufficient activity within it to respond fully to its impulsion. Why? Was it so poor that the struggle could thus wear it out, or so deeply wounded that it has become quite stiff? And yet it would like to answer the inner call. It wants this with a faith and ardor which have never wavered. It is like an old man smiling benevolently at the games of youth, but unable to take part in them. And yet it is full of joy and confidence. It overflows with gratitude for all the treasures of affection which nature has so generously lavished upon it. It would like, in exchange for these precious gifts, to pour out in inexhaustible streams the golden wine of tenderness, which restores and fortifies, enlivens and consoles, the true wine of life for human beings. It would like to and tries, but how poor is what it does beside what it dreams of doing, how mediocre what it is able to do besides what it hopes, for it hopes always. It knows that Thy call is never heard in vain, and it has no doubt it can one day realize the splendors of which Thou hast given it a glimpse. Who will open these closed floodgates? My heart loves in its human way, and in its human way, it seems to me, it loves with strength, constancy, and purity. But thou wouldst have it love divinely in a boundless unfolding of thy sovereign power, and this remains yet unrealized for it. Who will open these closed floodgates? January 4th, 1917. O Lord, thou showerest upon me all thy boons, now that this being expects nothing, desires nothing from life any longer. Life brings it its most precious treasures, those coveted by all men. In all the domains of my individual being, thou showerest thy boons in the mind, the psychic, and even the physical. Thou hast placed me amidst abundance, and abundance seems to me as natural as scarcity and does not bring me a greater joy, for often in poverty the spiritual life was more intense and conscious for me. But I see this abundance very clearly, and my individual being, on whom thou heapest thy boons, thus prostrates itself before thee in inexpressible gratitude. Thy goodness is unequaled, and thy mercy infinite. January 5th, 1917. Love is nothing but the tie that binds and holds together all the flowers of thy divine bouquet. It is an unobstructed role, modest, unrecognized, a role essentially impersonal, which can find all its utility only in this very impersonality. Because I am becoming more and more this tie, this link of union, gathering the scattered fragments of thy consciousness and enabling them by grouping them together to reconstitute better and better thy consciousness, at once single and multiple. It was possible for me to see clearly what love is in the play of universal forces, what its place and mission. It is not an end in itself, but it is thy supreme means, active everywhere, between all things, everywhere. It is wielded by the very things it unites, which, though feeling its effect, are sometimes not even aware of its presence. O Lord, thy sweetness has entered my soul, and thou hast filled all my being with joy. And in this joy I have offered thee a prayer, so that it may reach up to thee. January 6th, 1917. Thou hast filled my being with an ineffable peace and unequaled repose. Without any personal thought or will, I let myself be cradled passively by thy infinity.